What is up, guys? My name is Dean, and just like you, I am a normal human being. I'm also a freelance website developer, and the reason I'm making this video is to show you literally how easy it is to create a beautiful website that you can charge a client at least $1,000 for. It's a lot easier than you think. You don't need to know how to code, how to develop, how to do anything. In this video, I'm going to show you my process from start to finish on how I easily charge $1,000 for a website and how you can do it too. First of all, I just want to let you know that this video is aimed at beginners, people that are just getting started. Maybe if you've already been in this a while, it might be a good thing for you to see my process, might give you some ideas on what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, and just get your process together. So I'm going to show you my 5-step simple process on starting with first meeting with a client to going all the way through to delivering a finished product and getting paid some money. Step number 1, consultation. Obviously, before you get started with the website, you're going to need to know what it's about, and you won't be able to tell the client how much you're going to charge them without knowing what's expected of you. So first thing that you're going to do is you're going to meet up with a client either online or in person, and you're going to have a quick consultation about the project. Now, emphasis on quick. You don't want to sit there for 2 hours wasting your time giving them some free information, some free tips and guides, and without having the commitment from them that they're actually going to pay you. So the point of the initial consultation is just to get some info on the website requirements so that you can accurately quote them. Now, what I do in this section is I try not to speak a lot. You really want the client to speak because whoever speaks the most wins. So you can get them going by just asking them, what goal would you like this website to achieve? You will see that they go on and on. So what you need to do is you need to have a pen and paper, and basically you just write down everything that they say, mention features, whether they want blog articles, images, content, whatever they want, you write it all down. And at the end of the meeting, you say, okay, John, from everything that you've given me, I can tell you straight off the bat that for a simple project like this, we can definitely do it. We can make a beautiful website that will both look beautiful and generate new clients, and get those clients converting into customers, those visitors converting into customers. But it's going to cost you roughly $1,000 for this entire project. And then the client will say one of two things. He'll say, okay, cool, how do we get started? Or they'll say, thank you very much, I'll think about it. Okay, so that's generally what happens. Don't try and sell the client. You're not selling. This is the point. You're not selling. Like, your website's supposed to sell for you, or when you're on the phone with a client, try not to sell. Be more of like a service. How can I help you? Get them to speak to you. So then this takes me to step number 2. DOS. It's the proposal. It is your job to go home, to take home what the client's given you and kind of just draw like a small brief of what the project is. And for small projects like this, so in this case, for me, it's a one-pager, right? You don't need to go and create a dedicated document proposal. You can just include it in the email. So you send them an email that includes a basic description, include a short description of what the website is, the requirements and the goal. And then also after that, just include some bullet pointed lists of what they can expect from the website so that they feel comfortable that it's on paper, that it's written down in black and white, that you've got it somewhere. And then also include how you're very excited to be working with them, and then include an invoice with your bank details on, and also the payment terms, which I do 50-50. I do 50% before we start, and then 50% when the project is done and ready to launch. So then so I think it's very important back in step number 1 to let the client know that on that initial consultation, it's not about sitting down and strategizing for the website. That only happens once you actually start working together. So make sure that they know that the initial consultation is just a discovery call, just a discovery consultation. So, okay, the client accepted the proposal, they've made the deposit into your account. Now it's time for you to actually start working, right? So step number 3, it's the planning phase. Now, what happens over here is that first thing I do is I have a strategy session with the client to go into detail about their website. One of the main reasons that I have the strategy session is to just align our way of thinking, but also to gather content. So I make sure to gather content from the client, and I gather stuff like images, their logo, contact details, social media links, and just any content that they could have that needs to go on the website. I make arrangements to get it from them. So that's what I do. By the way, all of these sessions that you have with the client, all of these meetings, these consultations, I do it over Zoom, and what I do is I record the meeting. I record the consultation so I can have a look at it later. Now, speaking of looking at it later, moving on to the next step. Within this step, we're still in step number 3, which is the planning phase. What I do then is I go over to the sitemap. Now, the consultation's done. I say, thanks, John. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and get started on your website. Now, before I actually start coding anything, I get my book out again and I watch our consultation. I watch the strategy session and I basically take notes and I start planning the website, what it's going to look like. So first thing I do is I draw up a sitemap. A sitemap is just your different pages, right? In this case, it's a one-pager. There is no need for a sitemap. So what I do is I go straight onto the wireframe. Now the wireframe is basically just the sections of content that you're going to have on the website. So you start with the header at the top with a menu. Then you've got the hero section, which is just a big image with some text. Then the next section, then the next section, then the next section. So I basically start planning out the website in terms of content. Now this is something that you can just think about. You think about all the content pieces and you put it on. And every time you put a content piece on, you ask yourself, is this piece of content helping to contribute towards the goal? If it's not, don't put it there. If you have a look at a lot of websites out there, there's so much content on their website that does not help them achieve the goal at all. So make sure that the content helps them achieve their goals. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. So when I had the strategy session with the client, I ordered his goals, in a form of like a priority order, right? So his top goal, they're a restaurant, by the way. His top goal was he wanted his clients to order food online. So click the order now button to start ordering the food online. So that order now button would link to another website or app where they can select their food and then have it delivered to them like takeaway. So that was his number 1 goal. That was his top priority. Then he had some secondary goals, that came through when I listened in the consultation, some secondary priorities. He wanted to develop trust by displaying reviews. He wanted people to book events. That's what he wanted people to do. He wanted people to know where the place is, so have directions to the place. Then he also wanted people to be able to view the menu. So those were his 5 goals. So what I did then was I created the wireframe based on these 5 goals. So if you have a look over here, when I did the planning for his wireframe, which is just the layout of the site, I took into account his goals. In order of first priority is order online. So then I put the call to action right at the top, the call to action for ordering online. His next goal was to develop some trust, tell the people about the business, display reviews. So the next section was reviews. And then the next section after that was the about us, like a little bit about them. So that just develops a relationship with the visitor on the website. Then what was another one of his goals? He wanted people to book an event or hire out the venue. He wanted them to rent the venue. So then I included a venue hire. Okay. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just planning out the website. So it's pretty simple. Once I planned out the wireframe, what I did then was I did just a little bit of brand identity. So in terms of fonts, I literally went onto Google, just like this. I went onto Google Fonts right here, and then I just started looking through fonts and seeing what I thought would fit. Keep in mind they're an Indian restaurant, so I just kept going until I found something really nice. Eventually, I found this Cinzel decorative, which turned out really nicely on the website. And then I chose Open Sans as a body font, which you can also do right here through Google Fonts. So what you do is you select one font, and then you click Pairings, and then you can see what it would look like if you've got another kind of font like Roboto or. So you can pair the fonts together, and that just works really well. So what I did then was I got some brand colors together. So I took an image that he gave me, and basically based off of the image, I just picked some colors out of the image and put that together into like a nice little image, and that was his style guide for the rest of the website. So that's it. That was the planning of the website done. Now I've got the website planned out and the structure of the website. Now I just need to go ahead and develop it. And that takes me to step number 4, development. Okay, this is the big scary one. This is where it's like, whoa, I don't know what to do. I've never done this before. Website development, I don't know where to start. I've got so many technologies out there. These people are saying this, those people are saying that. It's expensive. Do not worry. This is where I put your mind to rest. It is not a scary thing at all. I would recommend for you, especially if you're new to this, even if you're not new, this is an industry-wide thing. Most websites use WordPress. WordPress is a brilliant back-end system that just allows a lot of customizability and allows you to do a lot of things just built in, so you don't have to go and redo it. Now, with WordPress, what people do is they use a theme so that it basically just imports some like styles and some layouts and stuff. Now, the theme that I would recommend, and I'd say is probably one of the best themes, it's the most popular theme in the world, I would recommend Divi as the theme to use. I've been using Divi for a while. I've gone through lots of different themes, and Divi has a beautiful page builder that just allows you to drag and drop sections wherever you need it. So you can literally make this entire website without knowing how to code at all. There is a beautiful Divi tutorial online by Daryl Wilson, and the video is right here. You just hop over to YouTube, you type in Divi tutorial, right? Here we go. 3 hours long. I know it's 3 hours long, but if you watch this entire tutorial, you can start a website development business today. This video takes you through everything from setting up the hosting to literally launching the website. It is a perfect, beautiful video for anyone. So once you've watched this video, you will kind of get a hang on how to actually do it. Then what you do is you just start creating the website. So with Divi, once you've watched this video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So then you go ahead and you just start designing the website. Look at other websites for inspiration. It won't take you longer than it didn't take for this website. Let's have a look at the website real quick. This is the website. It's the Arena London, the most delicious Indian food in London. Here we go. There's the call to action. Here's the review section. Here's a little bit about us. The perfect venue. Here they can contact us for venue hire. Closer than you think. Here's their location. And then we get to the menu. And then here I put their menu over there. And then we've got the footer. And that's it. That is $1,000 or £1,000. I charged £1,000 for this, but I'm in the UK. You're probably in the US. So that's how I did it. I want to show you that it's literally that cheap. So yeah, you start and you just develop it and you do it. Divi is super simple. It's easy. I recommend SiteGround for hosting. It's like $10 a month, and it's a one-click. You literally click once, deploy, and it deploys your WordPress website. You don't need to worry about databases, creating users, linking them to the database, all that nonsense. That's something of the past that I used to do. I don't have to do that anymore. SiteGround is the man. I'm not getting any rebate from this. I'm not including any links in this, so you know that this is just a genuine review. I'm genuinely just trying to show you how easy it is. Okay, cool. Now assume that, let's have a look at them. Okay, cool. So you've developed the website with Divi and you're happy. Now what you do is you just do a quick review, go through the website, make sure that everything works, make sure that the mobile looks good, it's actually very important to do mobile, so make sure that the mobile looks good, works, and serves its function. So once you've done that and you've done some quality assurance on the website, you call up the client and you say,
"Hey Mr. Client, your website is ready."
Okay, no, for real, you do call up the client and you say, "Hey man, your website's ready for review. Let's jump onto a Zoom meeting and then go through the website." So yeah, that takes us to step number 5, which is delivery. So you show the client the website and you sit on the meeting and you show him the design brief that you've done, which I've done over here, which shows the wireframe, the brand identity. It's not a lot, but it looks legit. It looks like you've done your part, you know. And then you show him the website. You just take him through the website and you explain the sections, why you did this, where you got your inspiration, blah 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 blah. It's really not that tough. And then you say, "Cool, are you happy?" He'll probably say, "Can you change this section over there? Just do this." And you just jot down those little revisions. You finish the call, you finish the revisions, and you say, "Cool stuff, let's go. Let's do the 50%, rest of the payment." Client pays you, boom, you're done. That's it. That's a website done. You can do this easily in 3 days. You could actually do it in 1 day, but let's be realistic. Like you're not gonna spend 8 hours like sitting straight doing it. Like I do it maybe like 2 hours, 3 hours a day, and it really doesn't take me long at all. So that is it. That is literally how to make $1,000 on a super simple website, straight from a beginner, without even knowing how to do anything. If you're not very confident, you can charge $500 or £500, but I wouldn't charge anything less than $1,000 for a website. Yeah, I hope that this video has helped you out, and this is one of my first YouTube videos, so yeah, if you like what I have to say, consider subscribing. I plan on doing more tutorials showing you guys how I do stuff, at least. I've been doing it for 3 years, so okay, cool stuff. Thank you for watching.